You know that feeling when you hear a song and some musician can just start playing it almost instantly? It really does look like some kind of magic trick. Well, today we're going to pull back that curtain and show you exactly how it's done.
I mean, just imagine it. Hearing your favorite song on the radio, and then just walking over to a piano or grabbing a guitar and playing along. No sheet music, no tutorials, just you and the music. It feels like a superpower, right? Well, it's a superpower you can actually learn. The secret isn't magic at all. It's a skill, and it's called ear training. And in the next few minutes, we're going to give you the basic tools to start building that skill for yourself. It's going to help you understand the music you love on a way deeper level.
So where do we even start? The first and most important step is to just trust your ears. It all boils down to one simple question. Does this sound happy or does it sound sad? This is the first big split in the road. You've got major chords, which sound bright, happy, stable. Think about the chorus of a big, upbeat pop song. Then you've got minor chords. They're darker, more serious, maybe a little sad. Perfect for a dramatic movie scene or something with a bit of mystery. The cool thing is, you already know this difference just by feeling it. We're just going to give it a name.
Okay, but why do they sound so different? Well, it's all about the recipe. Every chord is built from a few key ingredients, and if you change just one of them, you totally change the flavor of the sound.
The first ingredient, the absolute foundation, is the root note. Think of it as the home base for the chord. It's the note that gives the chord its name. So when we say a C major chord or a G minor chord, we're talking about the root. That's the first thing you want to listen for.
Next up, we've got the third, and honestly, this is where all the magic happens. This one note is the emotional heart of the chord. It is the single ingredient that decides if a chord sounds major and happy or minor and sad. It's that important.
And finally, there's the fifth. The fifth is like the frame around the picture. It adds strength and makes the chords sound full and stable. It's often called a perfect fifth because it has this really pure, clear sound that works in both major and minor chords. It's our stabilizer. So let's put it together. How do you build that happy-sounding major chord? You start with your root note. Then, from there, you count up 4 half steps. That's 4 keys on a piano, including the black ones. That gives you a major third. Then go back to the root and count up 7 half steps. That's your perfect fifth. Boom! That specific spacing is what our brains hear as happy.
Now, what's the secret to making a sad-sounding minor chord? Get ready because this is super simple. You take that major chord we just built, find that middle note, the third, and you just lower it by one single half step. That tiny little change completely flips the mood from happy to sad. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, so we've got the basic recipes down, but, in real music, chords don't always show up in that neat little package. So let's take a look at how they appear out in the wild. Sometimes you'll hear something called an inversion. It's the exact same notes of a chord, just rearranged, so the root note isn't on the bottom anymore. Think of it like a stack of 3 blocks. You can stack them in different orders, but it's still the same 3 blocks. It changes the flavor a little, but the chord is still the same.
You'll also hear chords where the notes aren't played all at once. When they're played one after another, like in a ripple, that's called an arpeggio. People sometimes call it a broken chord. This can actually make it way easier to hear what the chord is, because you can pick out each note one by one.
Now, chords almost never show up all by themselves. They usually travel in packs called chord progressions. You can think of these like musical sentences. And here's the best part. Tons of pop, rock, and country songs use the exact same predictable patterns over and over again. Once you start to recognize those patterns, you can almost guess what chord is coming next. So that's the theory. But now comes the most important part, actually training your ear. So what's your mission? How do you get started?
The biggest thing is consistency. Seriously, just a few minutes every single day is way better than one long practice session once a week. You can use a real instrument or grab one of the many free ear training apps out there. Find a quiet spot where you can really focus. And please, be patient with yourself. This is a skill, and like any skill, it takes a little time to build up, but it is so worth it. Here's a great tool to help you out. Solfège. Do, re, mi? Singing the notes actually lock the sounds into your brain. A major chord is sung as do, mi, sol. And to make it minor, you just flatten that middle note to mi, so it becomes do, mi, sol. Try singing that. Do, mi, sol. Do, mi, sol. It's a fantastic way to really feel the difference.
So there you have it. You now have the basic tools to start decoding the music you listen to every day. You know the crucial difference between major and minor, and you know what to listen for. So the next time you put on your favorite song, listen a little closer. What do you hear? You might be surprised at what you can figure out.